Hello, Taurus, my bull gang. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. This is your tarot card for the week of November 9th, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Taurus in any of those placements, odds are there's a little message in this reading for you. Also, keep in mind, Taurus, this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. It just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't, and be sure to check out your other placements. With all of that said, let's begin. So Taurus, in case you have not been here before, this is not what you don't see coming. I have already released those videos for the week ahead, for the week of November 9, 2025. The tarot card of the week reading that I do is usually a question that Source wants us to think about and ponder and go within so we can discover the answer we need to move our life forward, so we don't get too stuck or too stagnant in a particular situation, environment, or connection. So tapping into the Taurus collective now, for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. What is the tarot card of the week here for Taurus? What is the tarot card of the week for the week of November 9th, 2025? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, Taurus, is the Chariot. What signs are showing you that it is time to move forward? Interesting, because we were just saying, I was just saying, this is something Source wants you to think about so you don't get too stuck or too stagnant in a particular situation, environment, or connection. So what are the signs, Taurus, that it's telling you it's time to go, time to move, time to stop being stubborn? I love you. You're the backbone of the zodiac, but sometimes you do tend to get a little stubborn and stuck in something that's no longer serving your highest good. So why is the Chariot the tarot card of the week here for Taurus? Why is the Chariot their tarot card of the week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The first card out, Taurus, we have is the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, you have Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Death card. Scorpionic energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That leaves Strength card, Leo, Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and then the World card, all fixed, 4 signs there. Did I say that correctly? All 4 fixed signs there. Sorry, it's Mercury retrograde. I'm a Gemini, so I'm going to be affected by it, so please forgive me. All 4 fixed signs on this card, and that includes you as well, Taurus. So if this message is resonating for you, Taurus, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You're already emotionally stressed and mentally stressed over this situation, environment, or connection. This is not, whatever this is for you, it doesn't feel good. You're worried about it. You're concerned about it. It's becoming excessively burdensome for you to continue to exist in or exist with whatever or whomever this is. And kind of like Aries, I see you in this explorative stage here with the Page of Wands, like, well, where do I go now? Or what do I do next? And I feel like the Queen of Swords, I kind of feel like you're struggling to get that answer. I mean, the new is literally waiting for you. So the new job, the new financial opportunity, the new living situation, maybe even a new relationship, maybe being alone for a while, whatever it is for you, it does require you to have strength, courage, perseverance, love of self, to be able to close an existing cycle. That Wheel of Fortune card is right behind that. So I feel like your sign that it's time to move forward or move on is that this has become increasingly difficult for you to exist in, or like I said, to exist with. What is this for Taurus? And look, Taurus, if this isn't a situation, environment, or connection for you, this could be a thought pattern that you have. It could be some past emotional trauma that you're still holding on to. And it could be something, I don't want to say as simple, but it could be something like a diet plan that's no longer working for you. I just feel like if this message is resonating for you, you already know what it is. The moment I read that question on the Chariot card, you were like, yeah, it's time to move on from blank. So blank will be different for all of you, but you already know that it's time to move forward. We have no cups on the table. So whatever this is, I don't even feel you're emotionally invested in it anymore, to be quite honest with you. And that should be another indication that it's time to move on, right? You're going to work every day, but there's no love for the job. There's no passion for the job. You're existing in a community. There's no passion or love for it, or in a living situation. And this could even be in respect to a relationship in your life, whether that is professional, platonic, or even romantic. There's just no drive there anymore. So again, what it is that you need to move on is different for all of you. But the one thing you all have in common, the sign to move on from it, is that it's not happy, it's not joyful, you have emotionally withdrawn from it, and it has become increasingly burdensome on you. For some of you, it's affecting your sleep. You could find yourself sleeping 12 hours and still being tired. And that's because this main issue is not being addressed. Tell me more about this. What is the 10 of Wands to the 9 of Swords here for Taurus? What is this? One more shuffle. Thank you. What has this been for you? The Chariot, the Ace of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 6 of Swords. Okay. 4 of Swords, Temperance, the Lovers, which is the ultimate choice card in tarot. So if this message is resonating for you, in order for you to move towards the new, it's going to require you to leave something behind. And that appears to be the struggle. The struggle is not in determining whether or not you want the new. The Queen of Swords is looking at the new. The Queen of Swords has absolute clarity. This is the energy of an individual that knows they want the new job or the new community or the new relationship, or like I said, even just to be single for a while. But moving on towards the new, the Chariot to the Ace of Wands requires you to leave something or someone behind with that 5 of Cups. And for some of you, I feel like you're wrestling, especially with the 6 of Swords also moving on. I think you're wrestling because you have some regrets in leaving behind the situation, environment, or connection. There's a feeling here of it could have worked out or it should have worked out. And even if I'm speaking to a single Taurus, you're, as much as you want like maybe a new passionate relationship in your life, you're still energetically tied to the past person because you're holding on to remorse or regret or sadness of the what could have, should have been for that situation. So maybe for some of you, it's time to move on from that, right? To heal that wound so you can then go out and explore and find a new person. 6 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, Temperance, we've got the Lovers, and we have the Devil card right behind that. So there is something of an obsession of being tied to something that is no longer good for you. And you know that already. And again, whether that's a thought process, a pattern, trauma, a situation, environment, or connection, or just a memory of someone, you already know that it's not good for you to continue existing in it or existing with it. Tell me about the new here, because I feel like moving towards the new requires you to leave something in the past behind. And I'm not even going to say in the past. I think it's currently in your life. It requires you to put it in the past to move on. So tell me about the new. Tell me about the new here for Taurus. One more shuffle. Thank you. Excuse me, Taurus. So the new, Judgment, Queen of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups, the Empress, your energy. That's interesting. I have a Queen of Cups to the King of Cups, a King of Wands to a Queen of Wands, 2 of Wands to the 2 of Swords. The new comes with a lot of internal conflict. The judgment call tells me you have already made the judgment call. You want to move towards a situation, environment, or connection that is reciprocal in terms of love, right? The boss loves you and you love the boss. And I don't mean in a romantic way, but like you love the job or you love what you do for a living. You love the community you live in and the community loves you back, right? You like your neighbors like you type of feeling. You unconditionally love a love partner and they unconditionally love you back. So again, I don't know what this is for you, but I do see here that you made the judgment call that you want something that is emotionally balanced and kind of sets your soul on fire again. But the new comes with conflict. And I think the conflict is leaving behind something or someone here. And I think that's what you're dreading is the 15 seconds of insane courage that you're going to need to, give the job the notice or list your house for sale or whatever this is. Tell this individual that it's over. Yeah, you've been suspended here in Hangman energy, but it's time to move forward. It is time to move on. towards the new here, Taurus, because this is not emotionally pleasing to you anymore. And with not a lot of pentacle resource, I mean, on the table, not a lot of pentacle cards, if this is work related, they're not even paying you really what you're worth. Even if you're making an astronomical amount of money, it's still not reciprocal or equivalent to what you bring to the table. So let's get you 3 cards of advice. Can I have 3 cards of advice here for Taurus? 3 cards of advice here. I think you already know it's time to move on from this. You're struggling to do it. So can we get advice for Taurus on this, please? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, Taurus. The 8 of Pentacles. Get to work on closing this out. The World card and the 4 of Cups. Make that active choice. Lovers, the Emperor, the 4 of Pentacles. Make the active choice to no longer be stuck in whatever this is. Take full ownership of your life and the direction it's going in. There's something here about you putting in the work. 8 of Pentacles to the World card to end whatever this is for you, to outright reject it, and that 4 of Cup energy, because you deserve better. You deserve to exist in a situation, environment, or connection that is not emotionally exhausting or financially depleting. I almost feel like this has robbed you of your self-worth at some point too. The longer we exist in something that isn't good for us, the lower our self-worth becomes. It's almost like it becomes decimated little by little by little. So I think it's really time to cut the cord with whomever or whatever this is. And this week, Source is just asking you to be honest with yourself, to really look at this situation, environment, or connection, and have that honest conversation with yourself as the Queen of Swords would do. Is it really time to cut this out? And if it is, then it's time this week, at least, for you to start to create that plan on how you can do that. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the week of November 9th, 2025. If you like this message, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.